Good, right off the bat. Beginning to find that breath. Feeling everything start to settle and soften. Know that at any time you can return to child's pose, catch your breath, take a moment, and then hop back in. Staying in your child's pose on your next breath, begin to walk the hands to the right. Either stacking the palms or leaving them separate, still pressing through the hip. Feeling a nice opening through the side. Begin to come back through center and all the way to the other side. Arriving back in center. Take one last full breath. Begin to lift the chest, coming to sit on the heels in hero's pose. If sitting on the heels is painful for any reason, remember you can grab a block and sit on a block instead. We won't be here long. So hands resting on the thighs. Just let your chin drop to your chest. Begin to look up towards the sky, only as high as feels good. Chin to chest. And up to the sky. Coming back to center. Turn the head, look over the right shoulder. Softly through center and over to the left. Making your way back to the right. And last time to the left. Arriving back in center. Right ear drops to right shoulder. You can take those right fingertips and bring them up on top. Just a little gentle pressure. Try not to yank and pull, just soft. Release the hand, bring the head back to center. And then other side, drop the ear first. And then if you like, fingers to the top of the head. Fingers release. Come back to center. Take a big inhale, reach tall. On the exhale, come forward to tabletop, hands and knees. You need to pat out your feet a little bit, go right ahead. We'll come into our cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops, chin, chest lifts. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale to cat. Exhale to cat. Do a few more rounds on your own breath. Pausing anywhere on that line, you need a little extra. Complete the round you're on. Come back to neutral. Give me a nice strong core. Inhale the right arm forward, bicep by the ear, thumb to the sky. Remember, you can always stay right here. With strength, begin to extend the left leg out behind you, coming into full bird dog. Your leg. You can do it that way if you want. one more breath here. Release hand only. From here, we're gonna open into a modified side plank. So keeping that left leg lifted, open the right, let the hip roll, and then reach for the sky. If you need to put the toe on the ground for balance, go right ahead. Otherwise, legs at hip height. Active through the arms, through the core. One more breath. Lower the toe to the earth, extend the top arm to the front of the room, arch through the side of the body. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, rotate back to that, I almost said plank, table. Keep the toe behind you. From here, inhale the right arm back up to the sky. And on that exhale, we're going to thread the needle. So bring that arm underneath, lowering the shoulder, the temple down to the earth. If that foot back knocks you off balance or just doesn't feel right, lower the knee, come into a more traditional thread the needle. Take one more breath. Slowly begin to unwind, reach all the way up. And then release back down, hand and then knee, coming into table. We'll go right into the other side. Left arm extends. Add the right leg as you're ready. So we're thinking square hips, square shoulders, length through fingers and heel. The breath never stops. Begin to release the hand down. Let the left toes open a little bit. Right hip rotates. Right arm to the sky, coming into that modified side plank. Remember that toe can always be on the ground. Take one more breath. Come back down to that three-point plank. Toe on the earth behind you. Setting up for that thread. Inhale, I got my legs back. Lift up. And as you exhale, thread underneath. Sorry about that. It's my Friday, my brain starts. Beautiful. Let the shoulder rest. Let the temple rest. Next breath, begin to unwind, reach all the way back to the sky. Release the hands, the knee, come back to table. Tuck all 10 toes, take a breath in. On the exhale, down dog, press the hips up and back. And as always, any movement you need here right off the bat, if you need to pedal the feet out, maybe let the hips shake a little bit. Coming to still, take one last inhale. Walk forward to the hands, find ragdoll. Fingers resting on the earth or grabbing opposite forearms. Hinge from the hip, as much of a bend in the knee as you need. And then let gravity do the rest of the work. Fingers release. Slow roll up the spine all the way to the sky, reaching tall when you get there. And hands to left. Start with our stepping egg. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Flat back. Bend the knees, plant the fingers, the left foot steps back, low lunge. Release the back knee, the back foot. Inhale, lift, tall, come into that crescent. And today, stay with the center, square the hips. Inhale, tall. As we exhale, we're going to side bend to the right. So right arm releases down at your side, left fingers reach overhead. Inhale back to center. Half split, fingers to the earth, straighten the front leg, lift the front toe. Keep that length in the spine. Next breath, shift the weight forward. Left hand stays planted, right hand opens up, coming into that twist. You can always keep the knee down or tuck the toe, lift the knee and come into that lunge. One more breath. Circle the top hand down, frame the front foot. Take an inhale, lengthen. Today we're going to do a little pyramid variation here. So it's early, so be gentle. As you exhale, begin to straighten the front leg and just let yourself soften. You just finished bar, you might get deeper. If this is the first thing you're doing today, just be gentle here. You're not going to get as deep. Inhale, rebend the knee, come back to the lunge. Take one more breath in. Step forward. And fold. Flat back. Fold. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart. One more time. Inhale. Fold forward. Flat back. Bend the knees, plant the fingers, right foot steps back, find the lunge. Release the knee, release the foot. Inhale to rise and settle. Take a moment, find that space. Inhale. Side bend left. Left arm drops, right fingers reach. Try not to shrug the shoulders. Inhale, arm up. Half split, fingers to the mat, shift the weight, lift that toe. The more we lift that toe towards the knee, the more the hamstring joins the party. Next breath, shift the weight forward. Right hand plants this time. Left arm opens to the sky. Staying here or tuck the toe and lift the back knee, finding the lunge. One more breath. Circle the arm down, frame the foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, straighten that front leg and let yourself melt down. Keep that breath moving in and out. Next breath, rebend the knee. This time, step back to your plank. First time here, find that strength. Wrists under shoulders, long line from the crown of the head to the heels. If you're not sure if your hips are too high or too low, peek, we have mirrors. Take one more breath. Knees or toes lower all the way to the belly. Beautiful. Release the tops of the feet. Inhale, just a little cobra. And release down. Take a breath in. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Taking a moment here. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, come back to down dog. Take a breath in to get ready. Bottom of the exhale, step or if you're ready, jump to the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to heart. Making sure the feet are parallel. Take an inhale, reach the arms up, pause. Strong core, begin to rise up onto the balls of your feet, a little releve. Release the heels down. One more time with the breath, inhale to rise. Exhale, release the heels. Inhale, just arch a little bit back. Exhale, fold forward. Flat back. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step that left foot back again. This time staying in our low lunge. Strengthen both legs here. Begin to sweep the arms down by your side, hovering over that front thigh. Take one more full breath here. Rise all the way up. Full crescent. Finding that balance. Finding that strength. Inhale. As you exhale, T-twist to the right. Open the arms, turn towards that front knee. Inhale, come back to crescent. Exhale, cactus the arms, turn the palms forward, squeeze that back. Inhale, extend the arms back up. Hold it for one more breath. Hands to the mat, step back to your plank, pause. From this point on, when we go through the vinyasas, it's your choice. You can hold plank and then press to down dog, or take it through. I said, we'll get you cheaters. Come back to plank. Come back to plank, cheaters. Everybody else gotta wait for you. Take one more inhale. Take your vinyasa, lowering down. Y'all just give me dirty looks. I love it. And we'll all meet together in down dog. Just holding that plank is the best exercise you can do if you only have a few moments in a day. Hold the plank. It works your core, it works your arms, it works your concentration. Take a full inhale. Let it go. Inhale, get ready. Bottom of the exhale, travel forward. Flat back. Fold. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart. One more of those. Inhale, pause. Next inhale, rise on the toes. Exhale, release. One more releve, rise. And release. Inhale, maybe arch. Fold forward. Flat back. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step that right foot back. Staying on the ball of the back foot. As you're ready, sweep those arms back by your sides. Lengthen those fingers for the back of the room. Weight in that front heel, ball of the back foot. Next inhale, rise tall, find your crescent. Arms are active and not just hanging out. Inhale. T-twist left. Close twist towards that front knee unless you're growing a little person. Returning back to crescent with control. Cactus the arms, spread the collarbone. Inhale, extend, hold for one more full breath. On the exhale, vinyasa, hands to the mat, step back. Take your version today. Remember, you can always do one and then hold down dog the next time through. Beautiful. Full breath in. Let it go. Inhale, get ready. Exhale, travel. We're going to build on to what we just did. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart. come to heart. Slowly begin to lower down, toe squat. So you're going to go as low as you can. Remember, longer levers make it more challenging, so if you need those hands at the heart, do it. Get as low as you can for one more breath. Exhale, fingers down, drop the heels, fold forward. Flat back. Bend those knees. It's time to vinyasa. Step back to plank. Lower down, take it through, or just press to down dog. On the inhale, the right leg rises behind you, coming into three-legged dog. Remember, only as high as you have control. Strengthen the upper body, strengthen the core. Take one more breath in. Step that leg all the way forward to the runner's lunge. Remember, you can always use your hand to adjust your foot if it's in a wrong spot. Inhale, rise all the way up, full crescent. If you need that modification, knee on the earth. We're going to add that side bend from the first salutation. So take a breath in. As you exhale, right arm releases, left fingers lean to the right. It's a little balance challenge, so keep it strong. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, open, warrior two. Take that moment, find your alignment. Front knee following second and third toe. Back foot angled so you can find stability. Hold those legs, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. You choose your arms today, supporting maybe a half bind. Take one more breath. Return to warrior two. Heading to side angled base. Front arm to thigh, back arm to sky. Press out at the bottom shoulder. Wrap that bottom rib under and forward. Now feel free to stay here, or if you'd like to go farther, bottom hand can lower down towards the earth or a block. Remember, if your chest rolls forward, come back up. Then lastly, extended version, top arm to the front of the room, bicep by the ear. That chest is still forward, those legs are still strong. Take a breath in, use the core. On the exhale, come up through center and all the way back to reverse. Straighten the front leg, lengthen a little further, archer. Keep the front leg straight, return the chest to center. You guessed it, triangle. If you need to scoot that back foot in a little bit, go ahead. And then slide down that wall. Core is still really strong. Legs are strong and straight, but not locked. Hand is resting, shin, thigh, foot, block, or floor. Today's challenge, top hand to the hip, turn your gaze to the floor. Put a little bend in that front knee, bring those fingertips just in front to the floor or a block. We're gonna try half moon today. Shifting the weight forward, don't kick. Use muscle, begin to lift that left foot off the earth. Keep your gaze down until the world stops shaking, which might not be today. If it's feeling good, top arm can extend. If this is your happy place, you can begin to lift your gaze. If you're just happy your foot's off the ground, breathe. I know those days well. All right, our destination is warrior two with grace. Bend into the supporting knee, lower the back foot, then lift the chest. Nicely done. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Turn all 10 toes to face forward. Inhale, arms up, maybe arch. Exhale, forward fold. Ride it down. You choose your favorite hands today. Resting on the earth or a block in front of you. Perhaps reaching out, grabbing the outsides of the feet or ankles. You can also rest the palms down behind you if you're flexing. If you have tight hamstrings, feet a little wider can be helpful. But don't go too wide. I hate for you to do a split. That's definitely a pose you don't want to do until you're ready. If you're very flexible here, bring your feet a little closer. Offer yourself a challenge. Fingers back to the front. Inhale, flat back. As you exhale, you're going to walk yourself back around to the front of the mat, runner's lunge. Just let those feet rotate with you. Step back to plank hold. If plank is your challenge today, you're just holding. If you want extra, hover the right foot just an inch off the mat. Place it down. Cover the left. Place it down. Take one more breath, everybody. Knees or toes lower all the way to the belly. Long legs, point the toes, extend the arms down by the side, setting up for locust. Belly button pulls in, hip bones press down. On that inhale, legs and chest lift. Keep a little tuck in the chin, back of the neck nice and long. Remember to hold your breath while you hold your body. For 4, 3, 2, softly release down, rest your cheek. Going to do a second round. You can repeat what we just did or interlace the hands to the small of the back. Forehead comes back to center, legs zip together. Engage on that inhale, rise up, pulling the fingers towards the toes if you're interlaced. Still keeping that little tuck in the chin, your neck will thank me tomorrow. Or you won't be able to find me tomorrow. Yes, I try to make you laugh to make sure you're not holding your breath. Taking one more. Release down, rest your opposite cheek. Figure if you're laughing at my dumb jokes, you're not holding your breath, you won't turn me. Bring hands back beneath shoulders. Take an inhale. Hips to heels, child's pose on your exhale. Just give it a moment to lengthen. Then we gotta make the match. Inhale, tucks the toes. Exhale, we make our way back to down dog. Take a full breath in and let it go. Inhale the left leg high. Taking a moment, find that strength, find that stability. Together, breath in. Exhale, step it forward to that runner's lunge. Find your balance. On the inhale, rise all the way up, full crescent. Space between the ears and shoulders. You're gonna have a little bend in that back leg to help balance. Inhale. Taking that side bend on the exhale, left arm drops, right fingers reach. If it's knocking you off balance, don't yank yourself so far, just softly reach. Inhale, come back up. Warrior 2 on the exhale. Take a moment, find your alignment. Front knee still bending towards me, front toes facing the front of the room. Nice breath today, guys. Sounds very, very nice. Hold those legs strong, flip that front palm, reverse that warrior. Try to do the same arm on this side that you did on the first. You knew what I was going to say. Beautiful. Inhale comes back to warrior 2. Side angle base, reaching it forward, front arm to thigh, back arm to sky. We start in base to find that alignment. Lift out of the shoulder, roll the rib. Stay or take it deeper if you like, releasing the hand down. Remember, fancy doesn't mean better. That base needs to be strong. strong. Extended side angle, top arm to the front of the room, bicep by the ear, still space between the shoulder and the ear, don't shrug. Using that core, take a breath in here. As you exhale, rise up through center, and then take it all the way back. Straighten the front leg, lengthen even farther into archer or reverse triangle, depending what you learned it as. Keep the legs straight. Lift the chest back to center. Step that foot in if you need to, and then triangle pose, slide down that wall. If you struggle in I can't talk today. Struggle in triangle, there we go. A block is your friend here. Use it under that front hand. It makes your arm longer. Don't hold the breath. My playlist wants you to go to Shavasana already. Come on yet. Hand comes to the hip. Turn the gaze to the floor. Little bend in the front knee. Fingers come to earth. Taking flight, half moon on this side. Slow and steady. Find your balance. There is no hurry. Fingers and gaze on the earth. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Warrior two is your destination. Bend into the supporting leg. Gently release the toe. Lift the chest. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Turn all 10 toes to face forward. This time, heels in, toes out. You're going to bring the hands to heart. Take a breath in. Goddess pose. Start to slide down that wall. Go as low as you can, keeping proper form, which means the chest is lifted. You can drop that bum, but you're leaning forward. Lift up a little bit and lift that chest. Beautiful. I always tell this story. My teacher used to play Don't Worry, Be Happy. You know that lovely song? And then she'd leave the room while we were here. She liked to do that in Goddess and in Frog. Don't worry, I'm not that mean. You're here for one more big full breath. Stay in the squat. Lengthen the arms overhead. Take a breath in. Sink a little lower as you exhale. Inhale, straighten all the way up. Keep your toes turned out. Fold forward. If you don't do any bar work or dance, this may be a really funky turn on your hips, but I promise it's good. It'll feel good later. Take one more breath like this. Then turn your toes to face forward. Come a bunch of fingertips. Inhale, flat back. As you exhale, begin to walk your chest over to your right leg. You can leave the fingers on the earth. You can give the leg a hug if you like. Begin to walk back through center and over to the other side. Place the fingers on the earth right where you are. Lift the chest. Start to rotate into that runner's lunge at the front of the mat. So just let that back heel lift and get back. Step back to plank. Last time I'm going to ask you. I promise. All right, last plank challenge today. Again, holding plank is the challenge. You stay. Step your feet a little bit wider if you're going to play with me today. From here, strong core, you're going to lift your right hand off the mat. Try to bring it to your left shoulder without rolling your hips. Don't roll your hips. Where it back down. Place the hand back down. Try the other side. The not rolling is the hard part. Place it down. Hover your right foot. Bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Press it back. Put it down. Left one. You earned your reward. Take one more full breath. Gently lower the knees to the earth. Swing your feet to the side and have a seat. We're going to come into a straddle series. So if you'd like to turn sideways on your mat so that both of your heels remain on your mat, and we're always welcome to do so. Then go ahead and open those legs out. A nice little trick is to place fingers in front and fingers behind. Give yourself a little lift, and then softly put yourself back down. That helps you find your angle. This should be the biggest you can do. Right now, you should still feel comfortable. You have a little movement. All right. Turn the chest to face the right knee. Take a breath in, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, start to walk out chest to knee. If you feel any tension in the neck, you can always use your hand to support your head. Elbow resting on the leg, the floor, or a block. Lifting up slightly, we're going to turn this into a side bend. We're going to take the right hand, rest it on the right leg or on the inside of the right leg. Open the left arm, let the chest open, and then extend the arm overhead. So you can just let it softly dangle over your head. If you have the ability to reach that big toe, you can do that maneuver. But we want that side stretch, so try to keep the chest facing forward here. Your head, I do all. Release the left arm down to the earth. Slowly lift up. Turn to face your left leg. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, begin to walk it out and down. The one thing you may find happening is the opposite hip popping off the earth. Start to work on bringing it down. It may change how low you get, but you might feel a deeper stretch in the hip. I say may might because we're all built just a little different. That breath flowing softly in and out through the nose. Lifting up slightly, bring that left arm on top of the inside. Right arm rises, and then lengthen over. Again, whatever variation you like. If the shoulder for any reason is extremely tired or painful in this position, you can also just rest that arm along your side or let it drape behind you. Softly release the top arm and begin to lift the chest. Inhale, arms up. Keeping that long core, start to hinge forward. And I don't want you to go all the way to the floor here, those of you who can. I want you to keep that engagement. Inhale, lift back up. Bring the fingers behind the head, elbows wide. Try it again, hinge forward. It's a sneaky mobility. Rise back up. Arms instead out long. Last one of these, hinge forward. And rise up. Release the arms down, bring the legs in. Your sideways, come forward. Give them a little wiggle point the toes. Take a big breath in. Fold forward. Inhale, rise, flex the feet. Fold forward. Rise back up and point. Last round of these. Fold forward. And finally rise up, flex those feet. Fold and stay. Let the hands soften, let the chin drop. You feel yourself squeezing in those quads, the tops of the thighs. Try to loosen them with that breath. On the next breath, begin to roll up the spine, sit nice and tall. Feet behind you, make sure you have enough space to roll down. Point the toes, once again, sit up nice and tall. Find that corset, suck everything in and pull it out. Arms extend, borrowing our roll down from Pilates to get down. Chin releases to chest, curl in like you got sucker punched. Hold that curl with control, begin to roll down to the earth. Remember, fingers can come down to support at any time. Feet pop up, doesn't matter. Just try not to crash. Beautiful. You're still rolling, keep rolling. If you've reached the earth, bend the knees, place the feet hip distance apart on your mat. We'll do 2 flowing bridges, and then we'll hold the third. So remember, your feet are hip distance apart and your hips are never mat distance, no matter how bad your day's going. Beautiful. Inhale, begin to lift the hips, roll up the spine, and as you do, lift the arms, bringing the biceps by the ears. Water by my head. Just a slow release, everything back down. One more like that. Inhale to rise. 2, 3, 4. Lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the hips lifted. Allow the arms to come back down. Finding your bridge. You can interlace the hands underneath if you like. If you're an ankle grabber, feel free. If your brain is saying you want to wheel and that's in your practice, you are welcome to do so here. But really think about pressing into the feet, lifting the hips, relaxing the shoulders. One more breath. Like you're rolling through mud, slowly begin to bring the hips down, one vertebrae at a time. When you reach the bottom, bring those knees into the chest. Start to give yourself a nice little rock. Maybe some circles with the knees if that feels good for the low back. We'll come into a little happy baby. So reaching between the legs, grab the big toes, the outsides of the feet, the backs of the calves, or the backs of the thighs, depending on how you're doing today. And then bend those knees towards the outside of the body, finding that squat position. Think heavy tailbone, soft shoulders, head and neck relaxed. If you like that, rock gently, softly. Remember, it's never about ego. It's not, I have to grab my foot. If that's making you shrug your shoulders or lift your bum off the earth, lower your grip. If you have tight hamstrings, lower your grip to the backs of the shins. And on that next exhale, open those legs straight and wide into reclined straddle. Still breathing. With or without the aid of your hands, bring those legs together straight over you. release your hands to the earth. Point your toes like you could point the ceiling tile out. And then like someone just grabbed your foot, flex your toes down. Again, inhale with emphasis. Okay, point with emphasis. And then flex really hard. Okay, my brain has officially shut off. And then let those feet soften in the center. If you have shoulder stand in your practice and you would like to do one, go ahead and give yourself that little rock and pop up. Otherwise, just stay here in this modified legs up a wall. Remember, if you come up to shoulder stand, support the low back. Keep the head neutral while you're lifted. And remember that inversions aren't for everybody. That's why we have legs up the wall. Also, down dog is an inversion. So if you really want to get upside down, but the thought of a headstand or a handstand makes you cringe, remember you have softer options. If you are in shoulder stand, begin to allow the feet to come overhead into plow. Knees bend to either side of the head, and using the strength of that core and maybe the support of your hands, begin to roll out. If you are in legs up the wall variations, just bend the knees in softly and slowly place them on the earth. Beautiful. Letting those knees fall a few times in windshield wipers side to side. Coming back to center, bring those knees in one final time. Full breath in. Shavasana on your exhale. Allow yourself to stretch out into your favorite space. Settle in the here and now. Reach down into the center where the world is not spinning and drink this holy peace. Feel relief flood into every cell. Nothing to do, nothing to be, but what you already are. Nothing to receive, but what flows effortlessly from mystery into form. Nowhere to run from or run toward. Just this breath. Awareness, knowing itself as embodiment. Just this breath. Awareness, waking up to truth. Begin to deepen the breath. Little wiggle to fingers and toes. Lengthening the arms overhead. Take a final full stretch. Softly roll to the side and begin to make your way up to sit. With hands on knees or hands at heart. Take a full breath in. Let it go. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. Have an amazing week. And until next time, namaste.